Hey guys, welcome to Kickstart Strategy 2021. Welcome all. While people are joining in, why don't you share from what city you are joining in? Welcome all of you. Okay, so we have quite a number of people over here. Welcome Ashwarya, Ashraf, Anshul, Arindam. Hey Arindam, good to see you. Chaitanya, David, welcome. Farhan, Gitu, Himanshu, Harsh, Jatin, Kala, Kartikeyan, Mandira, Nakul, Nevin, Senthil, Saurabh, Sejal, Sikandar, Vishal, Narang, Yatin. Welcome all of you. From which city are you joining in? Okay, Kartik is from Bangalore. We have Hyderabad, Lucknow, Mumbai, Delhi, Goa, Lucknow, Gurgaon, Kozhikode, Kolkata, Patna, Bangalore, Mumbai, Varanasi. Hey, Nakul, Varanasi is my hometown. Those people from Bangalore, I have really nice memory of Bangalore. I have spent a lot of time over there, and also from Kolkata, because I spent almost 1 month on a hotel on Park Street. Really nice food, really nice people. Thank you all for joining in. Okay, so without further ado, let me start with the presentation. So today's agenda is as follows. There are some concepts that we have already covered in our pre-webinar videos. How many of you were able to go through the videos? Those are not my best work, but hey, those will give you the essential of the concepts, which are very much required. Okay, so if you have gone through the videos, type yes. Type yes. In case you haven't, just type no. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, 3 people say no, rest of you are saying yes. Okay. So Vishal, Senthil, Saurabh, what I would request you is basically note down this particular link, which I'm sharing with you. And okay, we have more people saying no. Okay. So those of you who have not gone through the video, please note down this link. And after this session, you can probably go down. But I'll be giving you a very brief intro of what is covered in that video. Okay. So without further ado, let's just jump into the presentation and let's start. We have lots and lots to cover. And I hope most of you are joining in from laptop or desktop because we will be doing Excel exercises. And I will need you to complete the work within the stipulated 3 hours. Okay, let's begin. So pre-webinar coverage, I'll give you a summary of what we have in those videos. Then we will be talking about 5-step strategy creation action plan making that we are going to cover as part of this workshop. I will also be giving you the blueprint of how you can implement those steps in your business. Okay, we will be having some live exercises, and towards the end of the presentation, I want to also share what we are doing at Profit Masters. We will have a question answer session towards the end. So those of you who have your questions ready, you should be able to ask me any question pertaining to your business, how strategic consulting can be implemented, or whatever is, in the term of whatever we are going to discuss today, how you can implement in your business. Okay, so without further delay, let's start. So if you are ready for profit, just type profit in the chat box. Just type chat profit. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so in the pre-webinar video, there are 4 videos that are dedicated to each stage of business growth: existence, survival, success, takeoff. So let me very quickly take you through them. Existence is basically a stage when you are actually still trying to ascertain whether the business idea that you are having, it's a commercially viable business idea or not. Survival is a stage when you have established that it's a commercially viable business idea, but now you are finding out the right set of customers for yourself. Success stage is when you are getting a steady stream of customers, and takeoff is finally when you have to redefine your business for that, you can say, extra impetus where your business is going to get lots and lots of growth Okay. Then there are two videos that are dedicated to responsibilities or skill sets of owner and resources that business should be able to generate. Then thereafter, there is a case study, which is basically the entire concept that we are going to discuss today. It's based on customer-centric business model. So the very first principle of customer-centric business model is not everyone is your customer. This has been explained using Coca-Cola Classic case study. Go through this video. It's a very good information to have. Second information that I have given is a case study of Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, who is, as per me, the only person in the world who says that he wants to create the world's most customer-centric company. And what Jeff Bezos tells us is value sells, products don't. These are two principles that we are going to discuss in today's presentation as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin today's workshop. And we have to do a small benchmarking exercise. So for which I will be sharing one Excel. All of you just download Excel from this link, the link which I am sharing, the Google Drive. And once you are through, just let me know. Just type I have once you have downloaded the Excel file. Okay, guys, so once you click on this link, you will get this sort of Excel. And on the right-hand side, there is this download button. Click on this download button to download the Excel file and save it on your desktop. We will be doing all the exercises in this Excel file today. Let me know once you are done. Okay, who has not downloaded it yet? Please, all of you, download it. We have to get going. Okay, yes, done. Okay. Okay, guys. So the very first step that we are going to do is we have to create a benchmark. What is our current position and where we want to go? Thereafter, we will get into the concepts. We will understand the concepts. We will do the exercise. This is the manner in which this workshop is going to operate today. Theory plus practical. Okay. So please open the Excel file, and it's a very simple Excel. First, focus on the screen. I'll give you time to complete this Excel. I'll give you a couple of minutes for that. Now, first thing that you have to do is you have to map your last 3 months sales in rupees lakhs. So in the month of where it says current, you write whatever sales you did for the month of December. Current -1 is for the month of November. Current -2 is for the month of October. And immediately you will get one average value. I want all of you to write down the sales number in rupees lakhs. Okay. Second step, last 3 months gross margin. So this is mid-January. So I hope all of you already have done all those calculations, and you have your margins with you. So write down gross margin for the month of December over here in the current section. In current -1, I want you to write down gross margin for the month of November. In current -2, I want you to write down your gross margin for the month of October, and you will get a gross margin average, and you will also see your gross profit in the rupees lakhs over here. Okay, just let me know once you are done with these two steps. How many of you don't know your gross margins? Type I don't if you don't know your gross margins. Okay, guys, I don't want you to write anything in the columns or the cells which are marked highlighted in blue. I want simply to fill in cells which are not highlighted, these cells. Because the cells which are in blue, they are formula linked. Okay, so all the participants, please tell me, have you done these two steps? Ashwarya, Anshul, Arindam, Ashraf, Chaitanya, David, Farhan, Gitu, Himanshu, Harsh, Jatin, Kala, Kartik, Mandira, Nakul, Nevin, Senthil, all of you, please respond. Have you done this up till now? Cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, now I want you to focus on this particular section where you have to write down, you will automatically get what is your current gross profits over here. I want you to write down what is your desired level of gross profits for the month or for the year 2021. Okay. So like, for example, my gross profits are at 6.8 lakhs per month average. My desired is to double it. So I want to 2x my profits in 2021. Okay. All of you give me yes once as soon as you are done. This is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. See, the idea is once we know where we have to go, the planning becomes very easy. However, if you are not planned, then you actually don't know how you are going to achieve your targets, right? So the first step is create a benchmark against what you want to achieve. And there is no shame. It might be possible that you are very low on gross profits over here. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, are we done? Cool. Next step, I simply want you to capture how many customers you were having for the month of December over here, for the month of November over here, for the month of October over here. The idea is to get how much profit you were able to extract per customer. This is the benchmark that we are going to use today. Those who have just joined, what you have to do is download this file. I have once again shared the link. Download this file from Google Drive. And a very simple exercise, we have to first create a benchmark. You write down your sales for the month of December, for the month of November, for the month of October 2020. So you will be able to get average sales per month for basis last calendar quarter of 2020. Then you have to write down your gross margins. You will be able to get a benchmark gross margin you were able to hit. And then you write down in the desired section what is your desired level of profit for the year 2021. Thereafter, I want you to write down number of customers that you were able to get for the month of December, for the month of November, for the month of October. Benchmarking exercise will get completed at this particular stage. Now we have to shift back to the presentation. So I hope all of you have done this. Okay, no. Guys, I cannot wait because we have too many things to cover today. Okay, so let me get back to the presentation. Let me take you to the concepts now. Okay, guys. So the very first thing that you have to understand is the concepts that we are going to discuss today. They are highly modular, which means if something is missing from your business model, as of now, you pick that particular thing, plug it in, which means they are also plug and play. And the best part is, even if you are starting or you are already having an established business, these concepts are going to work for you. So if you are trying to get into a new niche, or maybe you are already having an established business, these concepts are going to work wonderfully for you. Okay. However, just a caution which I want to share with you, your action basically depends on your vision. So if your profit goal is too low, then eventually your profitability will remain low. But this does not mean that you cannot implement strategic concepts at this particular stage to improve your profitability. So time for action is now, and how action can take care of your vision is, let me just try to explain you very simply. If you have to go from point A to point B, there is a direct route which is path for the shortest time. Then there is a route which is a bit longer, but little bit cheaper. And then there is a very long route, which is longest but cheapest. How much effort? So the term cheapness basically tells you how much effort you are going to put into it. Now that effort might be in terms of time which you are going to spend on your business, the money which you are going to invest, or maybe the resources which you are going to implement in your business. Okay. So this is a very basic thing. So understand, whatever you have over here gets translated into your business. Okay. Now let's quickly move to the 5 steps that we are going to do today to create a actionable strategy plan. So the very first thing is going to happen is we will be doing a environment scan. So environment scan is basically required because from time to time we have to ascertain in which kind of environment we are operating in. And things are so dynamic that environment change, but our perception of the market, it gets stuck to the initial research which we have done. So we will do a very small exercise, 5-minute exercise, to create a quick environmental scan for ourselves to establish in which environment we are operating. So shift to the Excel file once again. Shift to the Excel file. Go to the tab which says environment scan. Okay. All of you are there. This workshop is going to move pretty fast, guys. So try to keep up. Okay, very simple thing. Write down your name of your business. Mention what is nature of your business. So I have given you some drop downs over here. So for example, if you click on product, you will be able to see a drop down like this. Product, services, both. So in nature of business, you mention what kind of products are you have, a product centric company or a service centric company, or you are having a mix of products as well as service. Choose that. In the business type, I want you to map whether you are B2B company, you are B2C company, are you dealing with both, or like maybe you are a government or a contractor, you are having some different business type. Mention that. In terms of model, I want you to basically write down whether maximum sale that you are having is coming from offline channel, online channel. Are you a brick and click business, or you are an omni-channel model? Any questions so far, just please ask as of now. Okay. And in reach, I want you to choose whether you are a local player within a city, in a very small locality you operate. Are you having presence at a city level? Are you having a regional presence, say a state or multiple states? Are you a national operator, or you are an international business? Okay. Let me know once you are done till this particular point. And guys, I want participation and chat replies from all of you. Okay, Mandira says done, Senthil says done, Harsh says done. Okay, Sejal says done. Yatin says done. Okay, we have two Vishal. We have two Vishal. One is only Vishal, other is Vishal Narang. Vishal says done. Guys, just give me a sec. I am having some problem with my camera. Just give me a sec. I'm just restarting my camera. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay, all of you can see me. All of you can see my camera. Okay. Okay. How many people are still working on this sheet? How many people? Okay. Okay. Then comes the business facts part where I want you to write down in which currency or how many units you are basically capturing your sales. Are you measuring your sales in dollar, measuring your sales in rupees, rupees thousand, rupees lakhs, rupees crore? Whatever you are doing, just choose the option. Thereafter, in product category, how many product or service category are you having? Are you a single product or a single service organization? Are you having more than one but less than five? You have 5 to 10 or more than 10. And similarly, now the most important part, I want you to choose in your niche how many competition, how many competitors are there. If you have this information, I want you to write down. Okay. And I want all of you to type in the chat box how many competitors in which particular bracket you are falling. Are you in zero bracket? Are you an organization which has a very unique proposition without any competition? Are you an organization where are you a business where competition is very low, 1 to 100 competitors? Are you into some business where competition is pretty high, say 1,000 competitors or even more? Depending on scope of your business and your business reach, do this calculation and just quickly share. How many of you are actually finding this difficult? You don't have the information. Okay, one person. No issues, guys. Okay, Then in this particular cell, I want you to write down name of one company you aspire to be like. It may be your competitor or maybe other company which you look up to, not necessarily from your niche. Share the name as well in the chat box. Okay, Ashraf says Amazon. Cool. David says Fern and Petals. Okay. Yatin says, okay, Educomp. Byju's. Okay. Okay, guys, are we done with till this part? Okay. Next, you have to write down name of one company from your industry, basically your niche, your competition that you consider as mark of success. Farhan, buddy, just be patient. You will come to understand why we are doing this. When we do the next part of the exercise, you will come to understand why we are doing this. Okay, Farhan? Okay, all of you. Are we done? Are we done or do you need more time? Okay, let's shift back to the presentation for the next step. The next step is also very simple. There is your vision about your company. Like I told you, your vision will actually determine, your vision is actually going to determine what level you can scale up your business to. Okay. So if we have to talk about our vision, we also have to talk about the values that we associate with. Okay. Very simple thing. Now, what I have done over here, I have created for you list of values for business and self. In your Excel, go to the second tab which says your vision, and I want you to basically write down three values. Write down three values you associate with most in terms of your business, not personally. In terms of your business, what are the three values that you are propagating through your business? So the list is available here. Say, for example, if you are a company which is, say, into adventure sport, okay, then adventure is one value which you will associate with your business. Okay. If you are, say, a strategic consulting or agency kind of thing, then dependability is probably one value you can associate with your business. If you are a business which requires very quick decision making, then decisiveness can be one value you can associate with. If you are a app which basically, say, provides dating service, then friendship can be one value you can associate with in your business. So choose three values for your business. Okay. Value one, value two, value three for your business. And then we will shift to the next question. Guys, please interact with me. Please let me know once you are done. Okay, cool. Cool, guys. Thanks, Arindam. Thanks, Nevin. Okay. Now, I want you to also mention 3 values that you associate a lot with yourself. Okay? Not with your business. I'm not talking you to think in terms of your business. As a person, you represent something. So there are values that you associate with. Like, for example, you may be a very honest person. So you value truthfulness. Okay? You may be a person who easily trust other. So faith might be one value which you can trust, which you value. Or you may be a person who is into business of making other people happy. Say you are operating a gaming zone or something like that where you value happiness. So whatever are those 3 values, I want you to basically write down those 3 values. Okay, now Farhan, my friend, now tell me, are you clear about first 3 values that we talked about and the second set of 3 values? Okay. Now, all of you, those who are clear, mention 3 activities that you are doing to instill values mentioned in point 3 in your business. So you associate with 3 values in your business that you want to propagate. What are the 3 activities that you have done in the past 1 year to propagate, instill value in your business? And similarly, mention 3 key activities that you are doing to instill your personal values in your business. Farhan, I want you to answer these questions very truthfully, my friend. Okay, now tell me how many of you are having difficulty answering this question? Be very truthful. Write I if you are having difficulty in answering last 2 questions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, 9. Okay, so 12 of you have written I. 12 of you have written I, which means you are having difficulty in answering this question. Okay, guys? So watch very carefully. There is something which I want to explain. I'm not putting you in a place to basically make fun of you. I'm doing this to make you understand one very simple but powerful concept. Here are you. All of you can see my screen, right? You are here. Then your business system is there. Your business is here. And through your business, you are interacting with your customers. Okay? You have certain set of values. Your business has certain set of values. And eventually customer, through your business processes, the way you interact with your customer, they experience these set of values. However, if these values do not talk to each other, right? If these values do not talk to each other, they are not aligned, then whatever you are trying to deliver to your customer through your business, your customer is never going to experience that. It's not going to experience that. You don't know what your customer is actually getting. But you can rest assured, whatever value you are propagating, if your value and your business values are not aligned, then your customer is definitely not having the best of experience with you. Let me give you one example where this system, this particular scenario is very true. People in service working for a large organization, and they keep on complaining, I don't like the culture, I don't like the work that I do. This is the dissonance which is happening in their life. Their values and the whatever business they are representing, values are not congruent to each other. So the aim of this particular exercise, these two exercises, was not to put you on a back foot. It was simply to make you understand that there are certain things which is not happening in your business. And you have to be mindful of what you are trying to make your customer experience. If whatever you are planning, it's not going to through the customer, then maybe you should relook at the business systems that you are operating. Okay, that was the basic essence. So am I clear? Am I clear? I don't want to name all those people, but am I clear? Thank you. Farhan, thank you so much for being patient. I hope now you understand why we are doing this. Okay, let's get back to the presentation. Now, time for us to basically get into certain concepts and work on some numbers. Okay, the next concept that I want to bring in is about sales versus profits. Now, there is a distinct relationship between the sales and profit, and this relationship is very different for each business. How well we understand this relationship will determine how profitable our business is going to be and in what product portfolio and what product offerings we are actually going to focus on. So I have a couple of slides to explain the concept. Then we have to do one exercise. Okay, so the idea is basically in order to establish relationship between sales and profits, we have to basically analyze the solutions that we are providing. Just to elaborate, our solutions are providing values that we want to deliver to our customers. And if we are able to deliver those values in the right manner, it will eventually lead to better sales. That is the essence of this exercise. So how we have to do this is we have to understand four things. First, instead of talking about our product features, we have to talk about our solutions, right? So our products might be having some wonderful features, but what are the benefits that they are going to deliver to our customer? So instead of having a product or service oriented approach, feature-based approach, have a solutions-based approach. Second thing, you have to define your product stack and your product mix very clearly. You need to understand what kind of a stack you are having, what kind of product mix you are having, what kind of profitability you are deriving from your stack. Okay. Third concept, you have to establish the right channels to deliver the right kind of experience to your customer. Okay. And fourth thing, you have to establish a mechanism so that you can capture the feedback from your customer, right? You can capture feedback from the customer and you utilize it in your system. Just to establish this particular, just to make sure that everyone is in the same page, there is a very small exercise that we are going to do. First, let me demonstrate the exercise, then we all will do this exercise for our business. Okay, guys? So let me just open one new Excel file. So how many of you understand what is product stacking? Okay, Ashraf, just to clarify, buddy, we are not talking about the technical product stack. No, not the IT product stack. Very quickly, let me explain it. So all of you can see my Excel file. This is a new Excel which I'm showing. All of you can see it. Okay, so today I am giving you guys example of 32 inches or example of a panel TV manufacturer. Okay, so here is my product stack. I am having 32 inches television. I am having 40 inches television, then 43, then 49, then say 55, then 65, then 75, 85, 105, 125. Okay, now a couple of things that you have to understand. First thing, as we go down, as we go up in our product stack, what is happening? Price is increasing. Right? However, you also see value to the customer is increasing. But the most important thing that you have to see is your profitability, your margins are also increasing. Any difficulty in understanding this concept? Give me a yes or no. Okay. Okay, Aishwarya, I'm just going to explain it. See, Aishwarya, we have a 32-inch. Say, for example, you just imagine yourself as a retailer. You are an owner of electronic showroom. A customer comes and wants to purchase a 32 inches television. This television is say 14,000 rupees. Okay. And there comes another customer which wants to purchase a 125 inches television. Here we have a screen size. Okay. So 125 inches television will be approximately say 9 lakh rupees. Okay. Now, can you see as the size of the screen increases, the value to the customer, basically size of the screen is the value which customer is getting, also increases. The price of the product is also increasing, and your margin, whatever you make, whatever you are going to earn by selling 9 lakh worth of television, single TV, which is 9 lakh rupees versus a single TV, which is 14,000 rupees. Can you see there is going to be a huge difference? Probably your margin might be 22% over here. Your margin might be 1%, 2% over here. Okay. Are we clear with this thing, Aishwarya? Okay. Now, do you also understand this particular point that a person which comes to purchase a 32 inches television versus a person which comes to purchase a 125 inches television, those are two different customers. They might have some similarities, but they are very different customers. Do you understand this concept as well? All of you, do you understand this concept as well? A person who is coming to purchase a 32 inches television versus a person who comes to purchase a 125 inches television, which is 9 lakh worth. Those are two very different customers. They might be very different in terms of earning potential, the kind of house they are living in, the places they visit, the kind of people they are interacting with, right? Give me a yes if you are able to get this concept, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Now, so which means that the way we sell 32 inches television and the way we sell 125 inches television, those should be very different, right? The kind of experience that we have to give to a person who is purchasing 125 inches television is going to be very different from a person who is coming to purchase a mass product, which is simply like FMCG. If you display the product, it might sell on its own. Where you have to do a lot of effort in selling a 125 inches television, you will have to create an experiential setup. Person will come, you will have to give demo, you will have to showcase the sound, you will have to showcase the features, the benefits, how the picture quality is different. All those things will come into the play when you are selling 125 inches television, right? Are you all with me so far? Okay. Okay, Aishwarya. So now understand a channel through which a shop, a simple shop, which specializes in selling 32 inches television might not be able to sell a 125 inches television. Are you also okay with this particular fact? Right? You go to a very small shop, you will see a lot of cheap products. They are not selling everything. Okay? So now do you understand? If a shop is trying to sell a 32 inches television, then a customer which is looking for a 125 inches TV or a say 65 inches television, they are not their customer. Okay, thank you. Which means, remember the first principle of customer centricity. Everyone is not your customer. Are you with me? Thank you. Now, guys, if you want to take a screenshot of this thing, please take the screenshot. I have to show something else as well. Okay, just to recap, when you define your product stack, as the of value increases, your price increases and your profits also increases. You also have to understand that the basic product that you are selling, the customer for the basic product might not be the same customer for whatever product you are selling at the top end. Okay, so you might have to change your tactics, you might have to change your channels in order to cater to those customers. Most important thing that we understood was if there is a huge variation in the type of customers that you are dealing with, and if you are trying to sell the basic product, then everyone is not your customer. You are not going to target each and everyone. Similarly, if you are trying to sell a 125 inches television, and if you are doing a marketing campaign in which you are getting people who want to purchase, say they have purchasing power till 43 inches, they are not your customer. They are not your customer. And most of the times this happens that we do a wrong targeting. We don't have the right channel in order to cater to the right set of customer. And then we keep on blaming our sales team, or we keep on blaming to ourselves that, okay, sales is not happening. For how many people? This is a real phenomena. If you are one of them, type I in the comments box. Okay, thank you. If you do not face this particular problem, then write, I don't face this problem, or simply write profits in the comment box so that I know that in which category you are falling in. Why, Prathamesh, welcome. Okay, guys, thank you. So I can see there are 4 or 5 people who are not participating, but it's okay. Till the time you are understanding the concept, it's okay. Okay, guys, now the next concept. I hope everyone has understood the concept of product stack, and the channel clarity is also there. Now, let me quickly show you what I mean by product mix. So if you go on Google and search what kind of product mix is there, what do you mean by product mix? They will talk about depth of products, width of your line, all those things. Okay, those are very good to know concepts, but practically speaking, if we have to evaluate a product mix, if we have to evaluate our category mix, then I'm going to show you a very simple exercise, and then we are going to do this exercise for you. Okay, say for example, we have these products. Okay, we have to calculate the product mix. So let me just write down a few things. I'll explain it to you in just a short while. So screen size is there. I have to write down unit price. I have to write down sales volume. I have to write down revenue. I have to write down percentage margin. we'll be considering gross margin and then profits. Okay. So let's say we sell 1000 units of this, we sell 900, 800, 700, 600, 500, 400, 300, probably 90 and 50. So typically this is going to be, I'm not saying the exact, sorry, this is sales volume. Unit price will be 9 lakh, maybe 5 lakh over here. 85 inches will be 2 lakhs. 75 inches, 1,50,000. This might be 1 lakh. Sorry. This may be 90,000, 70,000, 40,000. Sorry, let's take it 50,000. Let's take it 35,000. And let's take it 14,000. Okay. Then what is the revenue that we are going to generate? Simply unit price into number of units that we are selling per month. This is per month. And say we have margins like we have 22% over here, we have 21% over here, we have say 19%, 17%, 16%, we have 12% over here, we have 11% over here, we have 10% over here. You can take any random value. I'm just trying to create a scenario so that you understand the concept. 5% over here, say 2% over here. Okay, so if we have something like this, then understand profits will be simply revenue into your margin. Okay, let me just center align this for you. Okay, now let's try to see what our product mix is. So whenever you are trying to see your product mix, then you should be focusing on 3 components. First is your volume mix. Second is your value mix. And third is your profit mix. And guys, depending on what kind of a strategy you are having, whatever is your strategy, the kind of products which you are going to push in the market, they will change. Okay, I have taken example of TV because TV is one accessory which most of us, we are able to associate with. Everyone has TV at their home, right? And whenever we go and purchase TV, this is such a basic commodity to such a high-end commodity that we are able to relate with it. That's why I have chosen TV as one of the commodities to give this example. Okay, so let's create our product mix. So we have our screen size over here. Let me just copy it. Now we have to see volume mix. Volume mix is basically what is the contribution. We will calculate the volume mix, then we have to calculate the value mix, and then we have to calculate the profit mix. Okay, so we need something called total over here. Let's calculate the volume mix. So for volume mix, what is going to be the volume of products sold for a divided by total volume of sales. So we need to define total volume of sales over here. This total revenue and total profits. This is what we are defining. So for 125 inches, volume contribution is basically 50 divided by 5340. And in terms of percentage, if we see, it's just 1%. How do we interpret this? 125 inches contributes to 1% of sales by volume. Okay, 105 inches contributes to 2% of sales by volume. 32 inches contributes to 19% of sales by volume. Okay. Okay. Second thing, revenue. We have to define the value mix. So similarly, like we defined the volume mix, we have to see the revenue generated by this product divided by total revenue which has been generated. Okay, I need to put F4 over here. And similarly, in terms of profit contribution, we have to see profit contribution of this product divided by total profit which has been generated. Okay. Now see guys, how do we basically interpret this? 125 inches television, which is just 1% of our sales volume, is contributing to 10% of sales. Let's just increase the percentage by 1 decimal point. 10% of sales and contributes to almost 15% of your profit. Similar thing is happening with 105 inches, which is contributing to almost 2% of sales by volume and 15%, 14% of your profit by profitability margin. 85 inches, 5 or 6% by volume, almost 17% of your profit contribution. Whereas a product which is a mass product, 32 inches, having very high volume, its contribution to our sales value as well as profitability is very low. Now guys, there are 2 lessons to be learned. First, there will always be such kind of customers in your business system who will keep on giving you large number of orders where profitability will be on the lower side. Okay. So you need to be beware of such customers because they are going to consume your time, they are consumed to your resources, and they are not giving you profitability. Okay. Customers who don't give profits. This is first thing that comes out from our product mix exercise. So we have to constantly identify those customers. And if you are able to get rid of them, then just imagine whatever time you spend in selling this, if you focus on just one category above or higher categories of product, how much value you can generate for your own business. Okay. But my question from all of you is, in which particular scenario can we use products like this? All of you, please participate and let me know in which scenario can we should be focusing on this kind of products. No one. Okay. See, if you want to penetrate a market, then you need, if you want to simply increase visibility, or say if you want your reach to increase, that's what market penetration is, then we need products like this, which can engage a large volume of customers. Okay, are you getting this particular concept? That's why companies, car companies, they come up with a base model, which is usually not available in the market if you go, but it attracts a large number of customers. Okay. Second thing that we learned from this entire exercise is if we have to, if we have to invest in marketing, if we have to invest in marketing, tell me, guys, all of you, please participate in this particular question. It's very critical. If we have to invest in marketing, which particular product is most suitable, from the marketing perspective? Say offline, I'm writing offline, and I'm writing online over here. Okay. Aishwarya, can you answer? Please type in the chat box. For offline, which is the most suitable product? Bingo, bingo. So 32 inches is the most suitable product for offline market. And for online, whatever is the product that you want to sell, that product should be focused. Say, for example, if you want to increase sales of 75 to 55, then you start with 55, 65, 75. You can vary, test out the ads, but this is the category. In online, you should not go for a 32 inches model advertisement and expect a customer to purchase a 55 inches panel. It will never happen. So online depends on product that you want to sell. Any questions? Okay, Farhan. See, why I'm saying this thing for offline is basically in offline, we are targeting, offline is basically a mass medium. You either use newspaper, you do radio spots. So it's a mass communication, and doing a target, laser focused targeting, it's not possible in offline, right? So the idea is to bring in as many people because you are spending one time cost. It's a cost which is consistent to, like, if you are publishing one advertisement, your cost will remain same. So get in as many people as possible and then try to upgrade them. However, in case of online, what happens, say for example, you are using a Facebook campaign. So Facebook will see what you are advertising and what your page is actually displaying. So if there is a disconnect, then Facebook will reduce your account quality. Second thing, people are expecting ABC and you are giving something else. Okay. So there will be a disconnect. So your landing page should definitely show the same stuff which you are showing in the advertisement. Okay. Are we clear with this particular thing? All of you? Ashraf, Aishwarya, Anshul, Arindam, Chaitanya, David, Farhan, Himanshu, sorry Gitu, I missed out your name, Harsh, Kala, Nakul, Nevin, Senthil, Sejal. Okay. Sikandar. Thank you, Sikandar. Vishal Narang, are we clear? Both of you? Jatin, are we clear? Prathamesh, are we clear? Thank you. Okay. Now, guys, let's get back to the original Excel file that we have, the framework Excel. And I have just created a similar, this is a formula linked sheet for you. Okay. So I want you to write down your own product stack over here. Write down unit price in rupees, sales per month, revenue per month, your margin. Take gross margins over here, and your volume mix, this thing will automatically get calculated. So I have like 6 plus 5. This particular table can accommodate 11 line items. So if you have more than 11, then you will have to increase the number of rows, and you will have to do some formula changes, which I can tell you. Simply, you will say, for example, I need to increase 2 rows. I did that. Okay, everything will work on fine in this particular scenario. Increase 2, and simply choose these and done. Okay. So let's take a couple of minutes. How much time do you need, you think, to create your product stack and fill in the sheet? 5-7 minutes will be okay. 15 minutes. No, Nakul, sorry. I cannot give you 15 minutes. Guys, spend 5 minutes on this. So I'll put on a timer. Take 5 minutes to complete this particular exercise. Till whatever step you are going to get, it's okay. But the idea is basically understand the product stack is defined over here. Here I have defined product stack from the least profitable to highest profitable, going downwards. So the most profitable is coming down. And then you also try to define what will be your offer to your customer. Will you want to target a customer for, say, a 32 inches basic television, or would you like to target a customer with 32 inches HD smart narrow bezel television? It's the same table, whatever I explained over there. Here, the table is ready and some data is populated for your reference. Take 5 minutes. I want you to complete this exercise. So I'll just put in a timer of 5 minutes. Okay. I'll just stop my video for 5 minutes. But I am here, so in case you have any question, you are free to ask me. Come on, guys, just one more minute to go. One more minute to go. Okay, Nakul, I'll answer your question. Okay, guys. So how many of you need more time? Okay, so Nakul has asked a very simple but very basic question. If he is not able to define his product stack, then what he should do? Okay, now guys, when we look at this particular table, see, it's a very versatile table. It's a very versatile tool. So instead of product, you can have your category over here. You can define your regions over here. You can basically keep the same table and change this column to names of your sales team member or maybe customer accounts. Okay, you can put in anything over here. The idea is you should know which particular category or which particular customer account or which particular team member is giving you most profit. Okay, basis this information, you can take a call if you want to invest in increasing the contribution from that particular customer, that particular team member. You can make so many decisions. Say you have customer 1, customer 2, customer 3. Instead of this, you have list of customer 1. And you have customer 6 over here. So your customer 6 is giving most profit. So it makes a lot of sense to have a account manager or a person directly interacting with customer 6, right? Whereas this customer, this is giving you relatively, okay, what should I take? This customer 3 is giving you relatively large number of orders. However, your profit margin is very low. So even if you want to deploy a account manager over here, you will have to see the cost of account manager for customer 6 versus cost of account manager for customer 3. Differential has to be there. So which means the HR recruitment that you are going to do, the amount of salary that you are going to pay to these two account managers will differ. So you can use this kind of table, this kind of a structure to take multiple decisions. Worst case scenario, Nakul, can you share what your business is? Okay. Okay. So Nakul, also tell me, are you present in multiple locations in Varanasi? Cool. Okay. So guys, I'm just going to take few names from locations in Varanasi. Please don't mind, just to explain the concept to Nakul, but just try to understand the concept. So Nakul, like for example, I mentioned you can have name of the regions as well over here. Say for example, you are having a stall in Chowk area in Varanasi. Okay, you have one stall in Vishesharganj. Okay, you have one in Vishwanath Gali. How many of you have been to Varanasi actually? Okay. one in Lanka, then you have something in Chokamba. Okay, you have something in Raja Bazar. Okay, so now see Nakul, what is happening? You can map how much sales you are getting from those places. Instead of having unit price in rupees, you can simply have what are the sales you are having, what kind of number of orders you are having. You can keep the ASP, average price, average sales price you are having from that location. And then you can choose if you have to expand, invest in the shop in that particular area. Say Raja Bazaar shop is giving you the highest profit. So it makes sense to basically cater to larger number of people in Raja Bazaar. So you can decide to expand your shop, invest in renovation of your shop in Raja Bazaar instead of Chowk area, because Chowk is a mass market. A lot of people are going to come automatically and it's not giving you that much. Okay, so this is the way basically you have to use this table. Are we all clear? This is just not the product mix analysis, guys. This way, the way you can use this table for analysis, this is wonderful. This is a very versatile table. Nakul, clear? Anyone else having any question? Otherwise, let's move on to other concept. Mandir. Guys, do you need a break? Couple of people have messaged me for break because this session is going to continue till 2:30. Do you need a break? 5 minutes break? No, not 10 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. Just go for a bio break, or if you want to catch up, catch a tea or coffee. So I'll just put in a timer. Okay, currently it's 12:49. It's 12:49. I'll just put in a timer for 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So many messages for 10 minutes. Nakul, please do not, so many messages. Okay, so I'm starting a 10 minutes timer, guys. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Just give me a yes if you are back. Okay, can we start now? Give me a yes if you are back. Okay. Okay. So the next thing. So sorry, I've been awake since 4:30 in this morning. So the next thing that we have to discuss is how do we get the right customers? Because we have seen in the previous example, like for example, 32 inches television and 75 inches television or 125 inches television for that matter, they have very different customer set. So how do we find the right customers? Okay. Okay, so the question is, when we even find the right customer, first thing is, how do we find the right customers? What kind of customers we want to deal with? Second thing is, when we find the customer, what should be our action? Okay, so let me just take you all through with that particular stack. So the idea is basically you have to find the right and responsive customers. Why I'm saying responsive, basically they have to respond to your offers, whatever offers you are making. Okay. So very first step in identifying the right and the responsive customers is something called KYC. And KYC is a very well-known term. Anyone can share with me what is full form of KYC? Yes, know your customers. Know your customers. So the idea is you have to understand what are the pain points and challenges of your customers. And if you understand your customers, you will be able to define pain points and challenges really well. Once you have understood the pain points and challenges, you have defined what kind of customers you need to have, you have to get into the targeting mode of for customers. Now, usually there are two ways of targeting the customer, offline or online. In online, if you are going there, then lead generation campaigns are there. You can define the sales funnel. You can map the interaction which people are having on your website for particular content which you have kept. Or if you are an online, then there are various methods of generating lead. Maybe you do a society activation. Maybe you do a mass campaign. Anything and anything, whatever you are doing. The idea is if we go in a particular specific manner for the right set of customers, the ROI of the campaign that we are having, it's going to be very fruitful. And the best way is go broad, thereafter start qualifying leads, which means there are two ways of lead qualification. Okay. Okay, Mandira, so Mandira, just to recap, basically, we are talking about the next step where we have to find the right and responsive customers. So what I have mentioned so far is you have to do KYC, know your customers. Once you know your customers, you have to go and do a targeting for those customers. We will just do an exercise. I'll explain all those things. And once you do the targeting, then you have to do a qualification. for your customers. Because just having the customer, what we have to understand, let me just quickly give you an example. Say you have a retail store in a catchment. Okay. Now, many people, they are coming to the catchment. Out of those people, a percentage of people would want to purchase, are looking for the product or services that we are selling. Okay. Out of those, some people are going to come to your shop. Out of those, some people will engage with you and they will purchase. Okay. Even when people come to your shop, you ask some basic questions regarding what are their requirements. Basically, you map out their requirements, what kind of a space they are having, what kind of budget they are having, so on and so forth. Those are all methods of qualification. So technically, there are multiple frameworks which are available for lead qualification over internet. If you want, you can read more about them. There are two ways of qualifying a lead. One is marketing lead qualification. Second is sales lead qualification. In marketing lead qualification, we qualify a lead basis how they are interacting with the content, marketing content that we have generated with them, how they are responding to those content. So we basically try to find out those set of people who have intent to purchase during marketing lead qualification. Second part is sales lead qualification, in which we try to map whether these people have the purchasing power, right? Customer wants to purchase is one thing, but then they should also have the buying capacity. Okay. Along with buying capacity, this is a B2C scenario where buying capacity can be one of the criteria. If you are a B2B customer, then various things start happening when you are doing a sales qualification. So the customer, the timeline in which customer wants the delivery of the product or service. Say, for example, you are a SaaS company. Okay. You are a software solutions provider and a company has approached you and they have the right kind of budgets for you. However, the timeline which they have given are very, you can say, does not make sense. Your solution requires 1 month to be operational and they want implementation to be completed within 1 week. Okay. I'm just giving a hypothetical case just to make you look out what kind of things happen. So this mismatch can also be a no-go for them. Okay. Which means even if they give you the order, you will not be able to deliver it. Right. So on this particular basis, your sales lead qualification fails. So whenever you are doing a lead qualification, there are various frameworks which you can use. For example, IBM Bent is one of the framework. If you are into B2C, B2B, you can use IBM Bent, BANT. Okay, search for IBM Bent, you will get to know about it. Once you have qualified the lead, then comes the part where sales and delivery has to happen. Now, sales is just a part where you are taking money from them and transferring the ownership. Delivery is the part. If you are a B2B company, then service delivery might need to happen or product delivery might need to happen. A common example is like, for example, you have purchased an air conditioner. Even if you have purchased the air conditioner, shopkeeper needs to deliver it to your location. Thereafter, installation needs to happen. So the delivery process is delivery of the entire value. It's not just the delivery of the product. Because AC can be only used when it has been delivered and installed. Unless and until that happens, that is useless for the customer. Okay. So right and responsive customer, in order to have right and responsive customer, these are the things that you have to do. Let's quickly shift to the Excel file once again and see what we have to do in order to identify the right set of customers. So guys, what I have done, typically, whenever you have to identify a right set of customers, in marketing, there is a term called customer persona or consumer persona. You have to use customer persona, consumer persona, whatever you want to call, in order to find out what kind of people are right people for you. You also call them TG, target group. So whenever you are going to a marketing agency, or maybe you are doing it on your own, whenever you are going for a targeting on, say, Facebook, say you have 500 rupees budget and you want to target them in Facebook, even Facebook is going to ask you to define your customer. So these, the parameters which I'm going to show, these are some of the most important parameters which you should consider. And I'll also tell you on Facebook, if you have to target. So targeting differs for different level of customer set. Say you have a sales funnel kind of a thing. Are you aware of sales funnel, guys? Mandira, I'll explain, but how many people want to know about sales funnel? Because if you are the only one, I can probably take another session for you and I can explain it to you. Okay, Mandira, so probably I'll take a session with you differently. I'll explain you the sales funnel later on. Okay, now what you have to understand, guys, different level of sales funnel might require different kind of people. However, the broad targeting which you are going to do, your leads and your customers are going to come from there. But the problem with broad targeting is it requires a lot of money and most of the money goes for wasting. So it's better if we define our target group and then start targeting them instead of doing a broad targeting. So this method is called laser targeting. So the basic thing that you have to do, very first thing is, first you define what are your key products and services. Like for example, I have just given example of 32 inches panel TV. And how do you sell currently? How do you sell your products and services? So like if we have to sell 32 inches panel, it may be through network of offline and online stores and franchisee partners. And also define in the previous exercise from which particular channel your major sales is coming from. Okay. So now why I'm doing this is basically your customer set, whatever you are going to define, should match with customers which are coming in these channels. They cannot differ. Okay. So typical parameters which go in definition of your customer: gender, age, attributes, what kind of problems they are having, what kind of desires they have, what kind of interest they are having, what kind of habits they are having. So guys, if we look at these 4 parameters, problems, desires, interest, and habits, these are psychographic parameters. And if we look at gender, age, what kind of attributes you are associating with them, these are demographic parameters. Okay. Then you also define if you are targeting them on social media, then you can, instead of having these parameters for B2B people, you have company name, company size, value, company size in terms of number of employees, which industry is there, what are their interests, what are their job functions, and you can use LinkedIn for that matter. In case of B2C, you have their behaviors, which are basically psychographic parameters, their primary interests, their influencers. Like for example, if they are targeting, if they are say having, they are into organic space, then they must be like in organic, typically people are very health conscious, right? So they might be following a particular influencer. So you can also do a laser targeting, interest-based targeting, targeting that particular keyword. Okay. So you can choose Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn. So next 5 minutes, what I want you to do is basically define your customer set, complete this particular exercise and share with me. Okay. You just don't have to simply define it, because if you define incorrectly and go ahead with this particular customer group and you start investing, then you are simply going to waste your money. So I want you to basically define your customer group and share with me under panelist whenever you are choosing to chat with me. You mark the message to all panelists. Share with me your defined customer group so that I can tell you if the customer group definition which you have taken, is it laser targeted, or you can add some more attributes. So we will take 5 minutes for this particular exercise. Don't give more than 5 minutes because you have to, you already know your customers. So define the customer basis, the top of the mind things which are coming. Okay. 5 minutes, guys. Okay, Mandira, so let me just explain. So for the benefit of all, let me see if I can. Okay, guys, sales funnel concept is like this. This is a funnel. In funnel, what is happening? There are multiple levels. Here, people, they are looking for information. Okay. Here, people are considering to purchase. This is consideration. Excuse my handwriting. And bottom of the funnel is where people are actually taking action or you are making sales. Okay. So what you have to understand, Mandira, the kind of people who enter your sales will define the conversion. A percentage of people will go from here to here. Percentage of them will go from here to here. So if you are doing a laser targeting, the method which I'm telling you, then higher percentage of people will traverse your funnel. If you are doing a broad targeting, then majority of people will get filtered in the first stage and the second stage. They will never reach the third stage. That's the difference. If you do a very broad targeting, then you should have very high budget. Broad targeting is very good if you are doing a branding exercise. But if you are trying to generate sales, then laser targeting is the way to go. I hope you understand this. In case not, then I'll share a link with you. You can have a one-to-one session with me and I'll explain you this particular concept again. Anyone else having any questions? Okay, David, what is your business? Okay, David, say for example, guys, while I'm explaining, David, please continue with the exercise, okay? Okay, David, your product is organic. Okay, so I'm not going to get into this particular thing. Just see, in organic, typically, what kind of problems people might face. These are the kind of problems, right? Guys, are you there? I can see many people have just fallen. Hey, Sumit, could you please check what is happening? I can see only 3 people. No, please check. I don't know if they are proxies or what is happening. Something happened with Zoom. I can see only 3 people now. Everyone else just got disconnected. No, okay, okay. Just hold on, guys. Hold on. Something is happening with Zoom. People are coming back. Okay. Arindam, are you there? Ashraf, are you there? Anshul, are you there? I can see your names. Okay. No, Farhan, Geetu, they have fallen off. Okay, Himanshu, Harsh, no. Okay, who else is there? Guys, can you just send me a message in the chat box? Something happened. I can see a lot of people, they got disconnected. Okay, Yatin, fine. Thanks, Harsh. Thanks, Nevin. Okay. Sijal, thank you. Sikandar, thank you. Thank you, Chaitanya. Thank you, Vishal. The other Vishal, okay. Vishal Narang, I can also see you, but are you there? Okay, Saurabh, thank you. Prathamesh, are you there? Okay, Prathamesh is not there. Okay. Sumit, so I can see a lot of people are there. They have messaged me. Okay, so it appears many people, they, can you just check the backend what is happening? So guys, Sumit is my team member. He is there as a co-host. Okay, so David, are you there? No, David fell off Sumit. Okay, Mandira, thank you. Ashwarya, thank you. Mandira, what's your profession? Could you please share in the chat box? Okay, Mandira, for jewelry designing, are you into, I mean, you also having a retail shop or you are a jewelry designer? So you are targeting jewelers to come and purchase from you. How is it going? Okay. Okay. So basically, you are a jeweler. You are into jewelry designing, custom jewelry, which you are making, right? So you are into B2C space then. Yes. Okay. So Mandira, attributes can be, you can look for, see, so attributes, typically you can also target families. You can also target depending on what are the price range of your jewelry, and in your case especially. Okay, so what you have to understand, Mandira, is depending on the price range you are having, because jewelry is a very volatile price range market. So you might have to create multiple customer personas. One for the very basic product service that you're having, then mid-level, and then high-end. Okay. So like, for example, high-end, you might target top executives who are females. Okay. Or people who are engaged. If you're targeting on Facebook, you are targeting, so specifically on Facebook, Mandira, uh, especially if you're targeting Indian market, then there is a targeting term for people who want to purchase high-end goods and who are engaged shoppers. You should target these two terms. Okay. And depending on male or female, whatever you want to keep, you can have those. So for you, basically the problems will be how will they, what kind of design, unique design they should have. So these problems, stress, lethargy, health issues, these things are not relevant to you. Okay. No, don't get confused, because 32 inches television, this is last time there was a ma'am who is a yoga instructor. So I created a customer profile for her. No, 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 no. Okay, I got it. So guys, just for your reference, whatever I talked about here, these are the things that you should be focusing on. The attributes which are given over here, last time I saved this particular file, one of the ladies present in the class, she wanted to understand if she is a yoga fitness trainer, what kind of customer persona she should be targeting. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, Mandira? So for you, the problems are going to be very different. Desires are going to be related to your product, as well as what kind of desires they are having in general in their life. So we are talking about a customer not focusing just on your product or service. That customer is a customer for many groups. Say, for example, lady, a lady who is purchasing Porsche Cayman S, she will not be looking for a very traditional jewelry, right? She will be looking for something light, yet very contemporary. Okay. So if you are targeting Porsche customers, then your jewelry designs should be light and contemporary instead of traditional. Okay. Okay, guys, I hope everyone is done now. Can everyone give me a yes if you are done with your customer profile? Okay. No, Mandira, it's okay. Okay. You can take your time. You can take your time. Don't rush up with this particular thing. Why I was saying whatever you have in at top of your mind, you should write it, because whenever we start focusing too much on our customers, we tend to confuse them with a lot of things. So the basic idea is you capture what are the attributes, what are the problems which are coming to your mind. Later on, you detail all these things. This particular file is with you. So you guys, please detail it. Just don't go with incomplete customer persona on Facebook. And if you want me to validate your customer persona, then what I can suggest, I will share my email ID, connect@mayankbhargava.com. Okay. You share this particular customer persona with me. Along with what is your business, what is your niche, what is your price range you're targeting, I'll respond back. I'm not promising you I'll respond back immediately, but yes, within 1 week, I will assure you that you get the right kind of customer persona. And the idea is how you can create your customer persona. It's not about me creating it and giving it to you, because I'll do this activity once for you. But as you grow in your business, your customer persona will keep on changing. You need to learn this particular skill. Okay, most of people are saying yes. Okay, okay. So, Sumit, can you just double check those people who have fallen off? I can see one person is Senthil. He is not here. And one person, Farhan, he is not here. I cannot see these two people. Okay, Senthil just appeared. Senthil just appeared. Just check with Farhan, please. Okay, rest of the guys, let's please continue with the exercise. I'm giving you 1 more minute to finish it. Okay, we are actually towards end of the 5 stages. Next part is we have to create your action plan. So let's shift back to the presentation. Now, in order to create your action plan, let's see what we have to do. So we are simply not relying only on the plan. Processes are equally important, needless to say. The basic idea is how do we make you proactive and responsive to market needs? Okay, so there are 4 concepts that you have to understand. First of all, you have to create your goal. So when we started this particular session, we created a benchmark and we asked all of you to create a goal by the end of 2021. How much business profitability are you targeting? That is the goal you can have. Or you can have a goal which is focusing on sales. So sales goals, they are very popular in all the industries. So if you want to keep things simple, then you can basically do a backward working and see, in order to have that much profit, what kind of sales you need to have. Okay. Next part is something called rolling forecast. Now, most of you, you do forecasting, right? Basis which you try to forecast what will be the sales in this particular month. And then if you are planning, then you do all the planning basis this parameter. However, there is a better method of forecasting, which is called rolling forecast. We will discuss that in a bit. Second is setting of targets and return to forecast. Now, most of you, when you set up your goals, you simply jump to targets instead of getting into rolling forecast. Okay. So, which means there are many lot of activities which happen. Rolling forecast will give you visibility of what are the resources which are required in order to achieve these targets. And they keep on changing with the market condition. And you should have readiness in your system so that you can leverage on your goals, your rolling forecast, and the way market is moving. And RTF is very simple. RTF is called return to forecast. Whatever forecast you have deployed as target versus actual execution, what is the variation? You map that and then you revisit your forecast. So that is how rolling forecast happens. And then finally, you create your action plan basis whatever targets you are deploying. So just to explain this concept, let's get to a simple Excel file. I'll explain the concept and then we will get back to our action plan. Okay, so we created one Excel file. So we created this particular Excel file. So let's discuss the concept of rolling forecast. Okay, Now, I want all of you to focus on this particular screen. Even if you have not completed that exercise of customer persona, leave it for aside. Focus on this concept. So we are going to discuss rolling forecast and how to do that. Okay. Say, for example, guys, um, let me take a business which has B2B and B2C both components. Okay. Say there is a business XYZ, or gifting solutions. I'm taking this because gifting solution is there in B2C as well as B2B. In the month of Jan, I want to target, say, 10 lakhs of sales. In the month of Feb, I want to target, say, 8 lakh of sales. This is my forecasting. This is my forecasting. I have defined, okay, I can do a 10 lakh of sales. Let's keep it numbers over here in lakhs. 10 lakh sales in Jan, and in Feb, I want to do 8 lakhs. And the person has also defined B2C will do 6 lakhs and B2B will do 4 lakhs. Here B2C forecasting is again 6 lakhs, whereas B2B forecasting is 2 lakhs. Okay. So I'm just going to explain you the concept. The way you have to implement for your business might differ. So say in the month of Jan, we have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And we have total over here. This entire thing is B2C. This is B2B. Okay. And then we have in Feb. Okay. Say, for example, 6 lakh of the sales, 30% has to come here. I'm doing 30% here, 20% over here, another 20% over here, and 30% over here. So what I have done, simply, I have broken down the total sales by weeks. In every week, how much sales I will be able to get. And more you basically get information, more you do this, more sophisticated your model is going to become. That is the beauty. Let's copy the same thing. So this is my basic sales forecast. Okay. How many of you don't do sales forecast? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Type I if you don't do sales forecast, guys. This is very interesting. Okay, so 22 people are saying you don't do sales forecast. Okay, No issues, guys. See, basically in sales forecast, what is happening, we try to project what is going to be our future sales. Basis those numbers, we try to map what kind of resources are required for us. That's exactly the same thing that we do when we create a business plan. Whenever we create a business plan, we say, okay, this is the number that we are going to achieve, and this is how we are going to achieve it. Okay. So what we are going to do is we have you have used XYZ any method to do a sales forecast. Now I'm going to teach you how to do a rolling forecast. So for rolling forecast, the best way is to go for a weekly method. And this thing, Farhan is back. Farhan is back, and he is asking me a question. Okay, so Farhan, this thing is especially for small business, people who work alone or in a very small team. Okay. Once you create a template, brother, what is going to happen? You simply have to spend like 10-15 minutes every week on this thing. I believe you can do that. Where is the time? Okay. Do you smoke? Okay. Then don't smoke one cigarette. Any day you choose, say on Sunday, you don't smoke one cigarette. Okay. You have your 15 minutes. Anyone else who smokes? Let me just create it, guys. I'll then explain it to you what is happening. Okay, for rolling forecast, this particular table which you have created, it's probably the most important thing, because once you create this, this is going to be your basic multiplier. So the idea is, say for achieving this particular 6 lakhs of B2C sales, we have to do 30% of the 6 lakhs, which is 1.8 lakhs in week 1, then 1.2 lakhs in week 2, in week 3 once again 1.2 lakhs, and in week 4 once again 1.8 lakhs. Okay, let's say 1.8 lakhs in week 1 does not happens, then what do you do? Okay, you have to do something called RTF. I told you RTF is return to forecast. So the idea is, instead of 1.8 lakhs, you were only able to do 1.2 lakhs over here. So you have to first find the reason for variation. Okay. Say, for example, you are selling 32 inches panel. Once again, I'm going to that example, 32 inches panel. And you came to know that you were not able to do 1.8 lakhs because there was existing inventory of 32 inches panel in the market. Okay. Now it's time for you to take action. If this particular inventory in the market is going to continue, then probably you will also not able to do this week to target 1.2 lakhs. So do you drop your target over here? That is the question. Say you drop the target to 0.8 lakhs and then you are able to do 1 lakh of sales. So what is happening? You will come to know, okay, whatever target I have set, market is behaving in a much better manner compared to that target. So next week, you improve your target. so that you are able to compensate or able to leverage whatever market trend is showing. If market trend is behaving negatively, you drop your targets. If market trend is in your favor, then you increase the target. In this manner, what is going to happen, guys? Say, for example, if you keep on doing this, and you simply don't have to just change week 2 targets, you have to change targets for all the subsequent weeks, whatever planning you have done till Feb. If you're doing planning till Feb, then you have to change all the targets, all these numbers basis whatever has happened in current week, you will change that. Are you getting it? What is going to happen by the time you will hit Feb? Your model has been tweaked multiple times to the market conditions so that whatever number is going to come over here, it's going to be very close to what market is behaving. So instead of losing out on your sales target or losing out on any opportunity, you are moving with the market trend. If they, okay, Farhan is asking, if instead of 1.8 lakhs, I was able to do 3 lakhs, then what happens? Farhan, very good question. Very good questions. Say, for example, Farhan, you were able to do 3 lakhs instead of 1.8 lakhs. Now, there is a big question. Is this one of the event which happened, or there was any contribution from your side? Okay, let's take two companies. One is Samsung, other is LG. Samsung has deployed a target of 1.8 lakhs, and instead of 1.8 lakhs, you were able to sell 3 lakhs. So what all things are going to happen? First, you have already exhausted product supply for the coming weeks. So you need to recreate the supply. Will you be able to do that in the coming 1 week or not? If you will be able to do that in the coming 1 week, you will increase the target. Otherwise, you might have to decrease the target, right? When you are doing 3 lakhs, you have already used up all the inventory which you had for the week 2 as well. Now you might not have inventory. So even if you increase the target, from where will you supply the product? Are you getting the concept? Are you getting the concept? Right? So the basic rule is, if you win, which means you are able to achieve the target, then you increase. If you have done something, say, for example, you have launched a new product because of which suddenly sales has gained traction, then definitely week 2, you will have to increase the target, and you will have to basically do all the backend work. Like, for example, increasing the product supply, procuring the raw material, everything has to be aligned to this particular target. If you have not done it, not done anything, it's one of the instance. Say, for example, I'm giving you very actual examples which I have seen in the market, which have happened. Say, for example, LG was not able to supply the products because of certain issue, because of which you were able to do 3 lakhs instead of 1.8 lakhs. So in this case, you should not change your target, because why? Next week, what is going to happen? LG will make the correction and market trends are going to return to normal for you. Don't change your targets. This is a rolling forecast, guys. Once you have created it, you will have to give 15-20 minutes every week. And by doing this, whenever you approach a target, you will be so much closer to market reality. You will be able to offset all the parameters which were just basis certain ambiguous assumptions. You will be very close to market reality. And this is the way corporates, they become proactive. By leveraging market trend, doing this exercise every week, week on week. When I was working with Samsung, I used to do this for 8 weeks, which means, like I have shown you, this is 8-week rolling forecast. So sitting in week 1, I used to change targets till end of week 8. That is 8 weeks rolling forecast. And that is very beneficial exercise, guys. Yeah, Mandira, this concept is not very tough. Once you basically create model for yourself, what is going to happen, you will have much better understanding of the factors that are affecting your sales. And then you create subsequently. So like I am showing you this particular table, you can create another table which is for your marketing. There can be another table which will also map what kind of resources, let's say in manpower, how many resources you need, what kind of raw materials do you need, how much raw material do you need. So your costs can come into picture. You can do various things with rolling forecast. Okay. The idea is not to make you expert. I cannot make you expert in this within the 3R framework that we are having, but to give you basically to stimulate your thought process so that you start thinking about these things. Okay. And then you start implementing it in your business. I hope everyone is clear. Everyone, I'm going to now call out names from the bottom of the list. Okay, so we have Yatin, we have Vishal Narang, we have Vishal, Sikandar, Sejal, Senthil, Nevin, okay, Nakul, Mandira, Karthik, Kala, Jatin, Harsh, Himanshu, Govind, Gitu, Farhan, Chaitanya, Arindam, Ashraf, Anshul, Arindam once again. Okay, how many Arindam we are having, guys? Arindam, are you logged in from 2 systems? Or is it some other Arindam? Okay. So are you guys getting this particular concept of rolling forecast? I don't mind if I have to take this particular session again later on, but I want all of you, when you leave this workshop, I want all of you to understand these concepts so that you go and implement it in your business. Yeah, Farhan. So that's why. So Farhan, forecasting and RTF, rolling return to forecast. These are two systems which have been used by manufacturing companies for a very long time. But when I was doing sales target, so I'll tell you about my background later on. I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you how do I know all these things. Okay, but first of all, it's time for us to complete our exercise. Okay, let's get back to the other Excel that we have. Let's get back to the framework sheet, and the very last sheet is your action plan. So what I have done, guys, I have taken liberty and basis the benchmarking that you guys created, this action plan should be showing you some numbers. Okay. So now this action plan is not yet complete. However, what you will see, all of you should be able to see that gross profits in current average versus 2021 exit. 2021 exit number should be more or less more than twice or nearly twice or whatever you have set basis the target. Is it there or not? Can you tell me? Is it happening for everyone? So for me, my benchmark was I had gross profit of 6.8 lakhs per month and I wanted desired profit of 14 lakhs. So my action plan is showing me 6.8 lakhs as the current average and 2021 exit as 14.7 lakhs. Now, how do we read this? So we inserted how much profit we want, and we also calculated how much profitability per customer are we getting. So what we have done, I have done in this particular model is I have taken that same ratio for your gross margin, same earning per customer, and I have extrapolated it for you. If you have to achieve it, this is the way you have to increase your customer count. So for me, like I current average of number of customers is 15. So I have to increase 1 or 2 customers at most every month. So in month of Jan, I have to increase my customer count by 1. Feb, I have to increase by 2. In March by 1. April by 1. May by 2. June by 1. So when I'm saying customer count increase, see the difference. June, I'm going from May to June 22 to 23. So customer count is increasing by 1. Okay. So this is a very basic plan for you. If you increase your number of customers, basis whatever we have seen so far, if you simply focus on increasing your customer count basis all the other things kept constant in your system, you should be able to hit your gross margin target. But that's not what the entire exercise is not based on that you don't do any changes in your system. So let me give you the best strategies now. If you have to increase this, you have already basically captured whatever your gross margin target is. You have reached that using this model. However, if we can do the things that we have discussed today, we should be further improve our business systems, and that will ensure that even if something goes wrong, even if we are not able to hit the customer count, we should be able to take care of our gross margins. Okay, guys? So someone can share with me. There was one person who is from financial background. Because I was reading, Arindam, I think Arindam, you or Vishal, who is it from the finance background? Are you from finance background? Okay, cool. So Arindam, do you mind sharing what was the target, gross margin target that you took, and what is the 2021 target you are having? Just share with me. One more person is there. Sejal, what's your business? What is the gross profit, I mean, in absolute number average, which you are hitting per month, and what is your 2021 target? No, it's okay. It's okay. No issues. No issues. Thank you. Okay, guys. So rolling forecast is one method that I have shown you. What I want all of you, it's going to take some time now. You will have to insert gross profits can be very easily managed, but that's not the end result that we should be focusing on. You can increase the gross profit by 2x, still your net profit margin can go down, right? Why? Because your marketing expenses will grow in proportion to the number of customers that you are having. So even if you might not have to invest lakhs and lakhs of rupees in marketing, there is a certain set of amount which will go into the marketing every month. And that will be a ratio of how many customers new customers you basically want to have. Similarly, the number of employees that you are having currently, say for example, in my scenario, I have on an average 15 customers. Say one employee is able to take care of all the 15 accounts. As soon as the number of account increase, the pressure, the load on that particular employee is going to grow multifolds. He might not be able to handle one more account. So you will have to need more people taking care of those customers. So immediately your number of employees and salary expenses will increase. In proportion to that, your other expenses, your office management expenses will also increase, which means your net profits might come down. Okay. But if we are able to do certain things, if we are able to change certain factors, like for example, if we are able to change the ASP, or if we are able to change the COGS, then gross margins will increase. And suddenly I am hoping that my net margin, net profits will also improve. Okay, let's get back to the presentation and see how that thing can be done. Okay. Now, so we saw the primary strategy, the primary plan that we are having is to increase sales by increasing number of customers. So the very first thing that you can do in order to achieve that is go for a geographic expansion. So if you are a local player, you need to attract customers from within entire city, just instead of focusing your catchment. Okay. If you are a regional player, you can decide to grow yourself into a national player, so and so forth. Other thing is, if you are simply an offline player, you have opportunity of tapping online market as well. That is untapped space for you. The best way, whatever you do, you keep on doing these things, but the best way is to do a marketing optimization in the manner which I have shown. Okay. So instead of doing a broad targeting of your customers, you go for a laser targeting. Believe me, guys, your lead generation cost are going to come down drastically. Your cost of acquisition for customers are going to come down drastically. Okay. We have done this particular thing with our clients. I'm not permitted to show you the dashboard, but believe me, we have received so good results. When we started the campaign this January, our lead generation cost was 480 rupees. Okay. Now the lead generation cost, when we exited 2020, the lead generation cost was 19 rupees 84 paisa. We did a broad targeting, and then from within that broad targeting, we started doing the laser focus targeting. I'm using the same methods. You have come to this particular presentation. I am doing the same thing. So I have restricted the number of people who can participate in my presentation to 30. Okay. So as soon as I hit 30, my campaign stops. I don't spend much more money over there. So I'm using certain tools for that, achieving that target. So Arindam, okay. Okay. So Arindam, basically what happens, anyone else is having, Arindam, this is pretty much the same stuff which Mandira was asking me about the sales funnel. So what happens whenever we usually do a sales targeting? Just give me something about your portfolio, Arindam. What is your, what kind of products you are having? Okay, let me explain it, guys. Let me shift to my whiteboard. Cool. So Arindam, say this is your pool. Okay. Okay. You want specifically for Facebook, right? Okay, let me just explain. So in Facebook, typically Facebook gives you sales funnel based targeting. You understand that, right? First is brand awareness, and the last is basically in which we do a conversion kind of a thing. Okay. Now, most of us, we don't want to go through this particular funnel. We start targeting directly on conversion. Okay. And this is where we lose out so much money. So the idea is run a broad campaign, see the kind of people. Instead of creating the sales customer persona itself, you do a brand awareness campaign, do a very broad targeting. You run it for 2 weeks. Okay. After running for 2 weeks, you will get a large set of people. You have a basic customer persona ready for you. Now, using this customer persona, you do a laser targeting, which is basically interest-based targeting, to isolate your groups. So it will show probably from your perspective, there will be people who already have knowledge about investment banking. So you run a separate conversion campaign for them. People who do not have background of investment banking, you isolate them and you run a separate campaign around them. But the basic broad targeting will give you the demographics. So when we are doing a basic targeting, we are simply focusing on demographics. When we are doing a laser targeting, we create a primary interest. Thereafter, we create circle of secondary interest. Thereafter, you go for influencers. And thereafter, if your product is e-commerce based, like for example, if you are going for a landing page kind of a situation, then you don't have to do this last step. But if you are an e-commerce operator, then this last step is also required. So you target engaged shoppers. If you are into high-end goods, then you also target people interested in high-end products. There is one more targeting, which is people interested in mid to high end, sorry. This is specifically for India. This is specifically for India. Now, if you are a person like Mandira, okay, Mandira is into jewelry. So you can simply cut down engaged shoppers. You simply follow people who are into high-end sales. And it also depends whether you are going to take them to landing page or a sales page. For a sales page, engaged shoppers is a better targeting. For a landing page, results will not be so good for engaged shoppers. Your lead generation cost is just simply going to go up. Okay. But the idea is you create one targeting set, you create second targeting set, you create third targeting set. And the intersection of all these will be your targeted customer. So you create one broad classification, you create second broad classification, you create third broad classification. Also match, also match, also match. That is how Facebook will give you option. Okay. Are you able to get it, Arindam? Okay, let me just bring you Okay, Arindam, you can speak, you can unmute and you can speak.
Yeah, hi, Mayank.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Thanks for the insights. It's really helpful. Just I'm trying to understand. You said that I need to run the brand awareness campaign for 2 weeks, right? So
Yes.
the basis that I get a list of people who, uh, like, I don't know. I've never run a brand awareness campaign as such. So in conversion, there is some sale that happens, right? Or someone joins some webinar or some event takes place. In a
Conversion basically either it's going to be depending on whether you are using Facebook lead pixel or you are using purchase pixel. So
right.
if you are using a landing page, then go for a lead pixel. If you are using a purchase page, then go for if you're using a sales page, then go for purchase pixel.
Right. Okay. So there are two pixels you are saying, lead pixel and purchase pixel.
Yes.
So if I'm selling through my landing page, then I need to go out with purchase pixel.
No.
That's
If you're selling something on your
right.
landing page,
Right.
then it should be a purchase pixel.
Purchase pixel. Okay, that is one. So you're saying after 2 weeks of running this brand awareness campaign,
Okay,
uh,
Arindam, just let me give you how you have to place the pixels. So guys, all of you, please note it down. So what is going to happen? Here is your ad on Facebook.
hmm,
Okay. This is your landing page.
right,
Okay. Landing page will usually have page view pixel. On the landing page, you have CTA. Okay. The
yeah,
CTA is taking you to thank you page. End result is thank you page.
right,
Okay.
hmm,
Now, if this landing page is a lead generation page,
hmm.
then on thank you page, you should have ideally two pixels. One is page view and other is lead pixel.
So are there separate types of pixels in Facebook? That's what you are trying to say? Or
Yes,
I
there are
used to know
different type
there
of
is
pixel.
only one. Okay, I used to know there
Depending
is only
on,
one pixel.
no, depending on, so the pixel is same, the parameter which you pass in the pixel, it's going to
Oh,
change.
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
And if this thank you page, if the CTA is taking you, say, for example, to make a payment,
Hmm,
then this thank you page should
hmm.
have page view, and instead of lead pixel, you should have a purchase pixel over here.
Okay.
So in the purchase pixel, you will have to
Hmm.
define currency and value. Because
Okay.
once you do
Value
this,
means what?
you will have to define, if you want, you can define a value of each conversion which is going to happen.
Okay. So suppose my product price is 4,000 bucks. So 4,000 plus GST comes to a certain price.
Yes.
So that amount you are trying to say is going to be the value amount.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what Facebook is going to do, if see the difference in lead pixel and currency pixel, purchase pixel is, if
Hmm.
Facebook sees that you have a purchase pixel installed, it
Hmm.
will automatically target engaged shoppers. Otherwise, it will automatically target people who are interested in lead generation, those who fill up form for free.
Okay.
So that is one big difference that you have to understand.
But there is one other challenge which I'm facing, and that
Mhm.
is that if suppose for a certain budget, say it is getting stuck in learning limited. Okay,
Hmm.
so in that case, the only way out is increasing the budget, right? Till such time that it
No,
comes out of learning.
no.
Okay.
That is one misconception which Facebook themselves have propagated.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Hmm.
learning limited, Facebook has defined a range of 50 leads to 75 leads.
Hmm.
If your ad set is giving you these many leads, it will come out of learning limited automatically.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So now Facebook, what typically Facebook says, okay, within 7 to 12 days, it should come out from Learning Limited. Otherwise, you change your campaign or increase your budget.
Right.
Do one thing, leave the campaign as it is.
Okay.
If you are getting, say, for example, for me, earlier I used to do one particular, I'm talking about Feb, when I was doing one sales funnel based masterclass.
Mhm.
So I was getting 20 to 25 leads per day.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
However, I was targeting 7 to 8 cities, because of which ad set was always showing me Learning Limited.
Hmm.
So if your overall lead numbers
Hmm.
are satisfactory,
Hmm.
don't make any change in your ads.
Okay.
Facebook wants your money.
Hmm.
That's why I'm saying don't invest lakhs and lakhs in Facebook. Leave it as it is.
Hmm.
After some days, it will automatically come out from Learning Limited to active.
Okay.
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 So overall, what is going to happen? Facebook will not see how many Facebook will see how many campaigns you have built, and for each, it will start showing Learning Limited.
Right.
But overall, if your campaign is able to achieve your goal, like my target was, if I am able to get 25 to 20 leads per day, so I was deploying $500.
Leads or sales?
Not, I was targeting leads at that
Leads.
particular time.
Okay.
Sales is different.
Right.
For sales, the game is going to be very different, because you will be targeting engaged shoppers. And
Right.
for engaged shoppers, the cost is going to go up.
Hmm.
So all these experts which are going to show you the lead generation cost to be 1 rupee or 4 rupee, 5 rupee, they are not targeting. I'm telling you very clearly, they are not targeting engaged shoppers. They are simply targeting leads who come and fill up the form.
So I should always have engaged shoppers as my interest, right? In one.
Depends. It depends. It helps. It helps. Especially, I also have a drop shipping store
Okay.
where I'm not focusing on Indian market. I basically do international transactions. Their engaged shoppers, it helps me a lot.
Okay.
So just to show you basically what is happening.
What do you
Let me,
suggest for my online training of investment banking? Shall I give engaged shoppers?
you can give it a try, because this banking services, I'll be very frank, I've never
It's not
had any
services.
client in
It
this
is not
particular
services.
domain.
It is learning. People who wants to make a career into investment banking.
Okay.
It's into that. Yeah.
Okay, let me quickly show you something.
Okay.
This is my Google Analytics for my online store. Okay, so I am targeting US market, and from US, I'm getting engaged shoppers. Okay, and as you will see, more than 80%, basically 81.8% shoppers, they are coming from US. So for me, engaged shoppers is working really well. Investment banking, I cannot say, because once I have worked on any particular campaign, I will be able to basically, if you are comfortable showing me your dashboard, I can help you out.
Okay. So I'll
But
reach out to you separately on this on your email.
you can do that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So guys, very quickly, let's get back to the presentation. We are just 15-20 minutes short. And
That one query, Mayank, you said about brand awareness should be run for 14 days. And post that, whatever, so it is sort of retargeting that we need to do to those guys on whom we have done.
No.
Okay.
Whenever you create a broad audience, if you do retargeting, then you are
Right.
targeting only the broad audience. That you
Right.
should never do.
Right. So what is the perspective of doing this brand awareness in the first
So
place?
in the broad brand awareness is typically what happens. First thing is more and more people, they tend to know about our product and service. And
Okay.
out of those people, when those who engage with us, we know those are our broad target,
Okay.
out of which, so those are first level of our sales funnel.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, when you are doing a lead generation exercise after that, okay, what will happen? Now superimpose them with your leads which are coming. So the intersection which you are going to get, it's a combination of your lead generation as well as broad target. So it will give you a fairly vast market who
So,
are responsive to your needs.
so I need to use that must include option basically, right? So in
Yes.
Venn diagram stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Welcome. Okay. So marketing optimization, like I suggested to Arindam, you guys can all do that. And Mandira, especially for you, please be cautious. If you are simply targeting, like for example, for me, one of my clients where we were selling high-end goods, we did targeting on LinkedIn, B2C targeting on LinkedIn. And it worked out really well because we were targeting top executives over there. So Mandira, similar thing for you. You can also target top executives for contemporary jewelry. But traditional jewelry, that thing will not work out. You will have to choose either Facebook or Instagram. But don't go too big on your budgets, guys. Okay? Don't go too big on your budgets. You can keep on increasing your budgets in proportion to your sales. Just don't do that you are keep on investing in marketing and you are not getting the returns. Definitely there is something wrong in your targeting method. Okay? Let's move forward. So are you ready for, I'm going to give you three strategies. Okay. So the very first strategy is you have to reduce your COGS. How can you reduce COGS? You can increase the price, basic price, or you can bring in economies of scale. Now, price increase, if you are doing without justification, your customers will stop responding to you. So that's not a very good idea. So the exercise that we did, the product mix exercise that we did, now simply assume that you start focusing on products or the mix so that, let me go back to the Excel where we created that. All of you can see the Excel file? No, okay. Okay, so by changing the product mix, I simply mean instead of just focusing on the basic product, you start focusing on higher end products. So automatically your average COGS is going to shift down. COGS percentage. Okay, why? Because these products are giving you better gross margins. And as soon as you start having higher weightage of products which are having better gross margin in your portfolio, your COGS percentage will automatically come down. So don't simply focus on increasing the price. Increase the price when it's justified. Okay, when it's justified. Second way that you can achieve your profitability targets is basically, okay, so in the strategy number one, when I'm changing your mix, basically my idea is to increase your net margin, not only the gross margin. Okay. Second way is you go for those customers who are giving you repeat orders and make into relationship sales. Instead of having a transactional sales, you move pattern into basically knowing your customers well. So we discussed the concept of customer-centric business model. So if you understand their pain points, their challenges, you should be able to come up with solutions which are very much aligned to their need. Like for example, Arindam here is having Arindam. So can I just bring you back for a minute? I just need to ask you one more question. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
man.
you said you teach people how to make career in investment banking, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. So in investment banking, there are different stages of growth, right?
Right.
Okay. So for example, if Arindam is targeting doing a transactional method, then what is going to happen? He will focus on providing the solution once and not focus on the other stages of growth. However, if Arindam understand if how a customer has to, his customer, his students have to move from one stage of growth to other stage of growth and create different solutions for different levels, that will translate into repeat orders and a long-term relationship as well.
True.
Okay. And the best way to achieve this is if you are deploying a sales funnel so that you get the right and responsive set of customers. So if a customer himself is looking for a transactional solution, then probably they are not the right set of customers for you. A customer who is looking for a long-term growth solution is the right customer for Arindam. Similarly, Mandira is there. A customer who is just looking for a one-time purchase is a good customer to have for jewelry business, no doubt. But if a customer has a large family where Mandira is able to sell to multiple people, those kind of customers are way more valuable. That is
Right.
the concept of having a family jewelry shop. Like in olden days, there were jewelers which used to associate with family for generations and generations. Now that particular method is going down, but Mandira can leverage on that same concept and create a relationship model with her customers. Arindam can create a community around his students and keep on providing right set of solutions to his customers.
Right.
Arindam, I believe that is your business model, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
That
Mayank,
is,
one more question which I had is between custom audience and lookalike audience. So, I have lots of customers who have already purchased, and so I run lookalike audience.
for
So,
them, basis them.
basis them, yeah. So, is that the right strategy, or shall I go for custom audience, which is like?
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. But how many, what was the database which you uploaded? I believe you uploaded an email list and then you created a
Right. So
lookalike
the
audience.
email list is roughly around, say, 20,000 people.
Then it should work fine. But if those are your buyers,
Yeah, buyers.
then it should work fine. It's a very good strategy.
Right. Okay.
You should not consider a variation of more than 2% in that case.
Yeah, yeah.
If they are
Right.
targeted buyers,
Right.
don't go beyond 2%.
But I think I should apply engage shoppers. That is what I am missing out at this point of time.
Engage shoppers. So see, if those people have already purchased from you, those
Right.
are shoppers for you,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I would not suggest to change that lookalike audience.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Don't change that campaign.
I think for lookalike, you cannot use engage shoppers, right? It's only for
No,
custom audience
no,
you
you will
can use
not
it.
be. You will not be able to use that.
Right. Right.
What you can do is basically create, if you are, it's a long exercise, which typically in marketing agency, we do that. So I also have a marketing agency. That's why I know these things. So what we usually do, we take up a sample size varying between 30 to 300.
Okay.
Okay. Minimum is 30. Why 30? Because in when you are aware about the binomial curve and like normal curve, normal probability distribution.
Normal distribution.
Yeah. So around 30, binomial starts behaving like a normal curve.
Right.
So basically mean median mode, they all start coming together.
Right.
That is the basic idea. So minimum 30, maximum 300.
Right.
If you can do this exercise, it's a time consuming exercise, no doubt. You have your people. You create a demographic profile of all those people, one by one, and then bracket it. So you will be able to see certain trends. And if you are able to get some family backgrounds, so usually number of family members that they are having, and it works really well if you are able to get if they are parents, married, unmarried, what is age of child,
Mhm.
because that will give you very specific targeting in Facebook.
Mhm. Okay, so I actually try to reach people between the age of say 22 to 30. That is my target audience,
So
basically.
basically, for you, people who want to enter into investment banking, that's the age
Yeah,
bracket
so
that
I
you are
give them,
targeting.
I make them understand the relevant
Ah,
skills that they need to build on to make a career into that space.
mhm.
So that is my target audience, and they are across India. So
Yeah.
that's like,
So basically, for Profit Masters, Arindam, I deploy a similar strategy.
okay,
So
okay,
like, for example, this particular workshop is there. So the idea was you need to show people how a strategy can help them. And
right.
then if they are interested, so if you are interested,
Hmm.
I think I don't know if you got the mail or not, but I sent out another mail in which I asked you if you would be interested in learning about Profit Masters. So around 80% of the people who are present over here, they said yes, they would like to know more about Profit Masters. I don't know if you were among them or
I
not.
didn't see the mail. I'll check out on that. I think I missed out on the mail.
No issues, no issues.
Right.
So that's why in this particular session, I have that section which says, okay, what happens in Profit Masters.
Okay, okay,
Otherwise, I do a separate session for that.
okay.
Okay, so the idea is deploying a sales funnel is a very good strategy for you guys. It will help you. It will help you get more business, more customers, and reduce your cost of acquisition. And it's a simple equation, guys. If you are able to get multiple orders, profitable orders from the same customer, if you acquired a customer for say 1,000 rupees, your average cost of acquisition for that customer is going to subsequently come down. More and more orders you get, your cost of acquisition for that customer goes down. Okay. So this is basically what we are talking about, targeting one-to-one customer, having one-to-one account mapping. Third and final strategy that I would like to share is basically getting into the business processes, improving your manpower efficiency. And how many of you are having more than 4 or 5 people working for you? Okay. Okay. Mandira, I understand, obviously. Ashwarya, okay. David, Sejal, Vishal, Yatan, okay. Vishal, this is Vishal or Vishal Narang. Which Vishal is it? There are two Vishals. Okay. So many people over here, they are having multiple, multiple people working for you. Now, guys, tell me how many of you do your invoicing manually? Okay. Manually in the sense that, okay, yes, you have a system, you use Tally, okay, I understand, but you make a person sit and create invoice. And how many invoices, Chaitanya, how many invoices that person is able to punch in every day? Okay. So Chaitanya, and how much you are paying that guy? 40K. Chaitanya, okay, see what happens. There is something called flow automation or workflow automation. So there are tools like Zapier. What they are going to do, they are going to automate your workflows. No, we are not talking about ERP solutions, guys. ERP solutions are very different. ERP solutions are very different. So, for example, all of you, as soon as you register for my workshop, there is a mail which goes to you. Okay. Now, there are two ways of handling it. Either I can create a list of all of you and keep on sending you mails. Otherwise, what I have done, I have automated the process. As soon as you register for the webinar, immediately a mail shoots out to you. So all of you must be getting two mails, one from my side, one from Zoom. Right? So this is automation. I don't have to pay anyone to do this activity for me. And basic idea is, instead of doing mundane tasks, instead of making your team do all those punching tasks day in, day out, you use them for productive work, which are sales, marketing oriented, anything which you are doing. And especially if you are doing these stuff on your own, then you are wasting your time. I simply want all of you to basically do a calculation, time analysis calculation, how much per hour of your time is worth. And if your activities are anything less than that time, then you should not be doing that activity. Okay. So the idea is to basically reduce your expenses and bring in more efficiency in the system. So when we are targeting, let's get back to that framework file. When you are creating your action plan, now I want all of you to basically write down what are your current average marketing expenses. Okay. And also do a forecasting. I understand we are 2:30. If you want to do it now, we can do it. If you want to do it later, just type it in the chat. Okay, guys, I would request all of you to just wait for one more section, which is basically where I will tell you what happens within Profit Masters. Okay, I know it's 2:30, it's lunchtime, but I won't take more than 15 minutes over there. Okay, but let me explain this particular thing first. So I want you to write down, and what you have to do is forecast basis whatever sales you have to do and number of customers that you have to acquire, how many employees you need, what kind of salaries you will have to pay, how your expenses are going to increase, how your net profits are going to be there. So you should have complete visibility of your top line as well as your bottom line. This is your top line. This is your bottom line. You should have entire visibility of your top line and bottom line. So if you are simply working on your gross profits, there is a way to go beyond that. And it's a very simple manner. Use this particular template. You will be able to do, all of you are comfortable with Excel? Type yes if you are. Okay. Okay, so most of you are fairly comfortable with Excel. So you create a Excel template over here and you map your expenses basis whatever sales and number of customers you are going to have. Cool. I wanted all of you to do this particular exercise in this workshop itself, but since you guys are saying you will do it later on, I don't mind that. But promise me one thing, once you have completed this exercise, if you are comfortable, if you don't want to share the numbers, I'm okay with that. But if you are comfortable, mail it to me. I'll share my mail ID. And what I promise you is I will review your work and I'll get back to you in case there are any corrections. If there are no corrections to be made, I'll let you know. If sometimes it might happen that I will call you up. I have your numbers. I'll just do a WhatsApp call and ask you what kind of assumptions you have taken. Okay. Are we comfortable with this, guys? All of you. We have 21 people over here. Okay. And guys, just for simplicity, no, Farhan, the recording of this session will be available for you guys for reference. However, the presentation will not be. So Farhan, please listen to me. Okay. So here, those three strategies which I have mentioned, they are here for your reference. Okay. So I want you to finish this particular exercise. If you want to do it, now, I am game for it, but it will take you at least half an hour. If you want to do it later on, it's up to you. Okay. So guys, once again, I have given you my email ID. Please take this particular thing very seriously. Okay. Some of you have spent 99 rupees. Some of you have spent 0 rupees. Some of you have spent 999 rupees for this workshop. Right? How many of you have paid 999? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So for you guys, especially, this thing is very critical. Okay. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. Finish this particular exercise. Send me your files if you're comfortable. Otherwise, chat with me on WhatsApp. I want to review your numbers, your assumptions, so that you are not making any mistake when you are rolling out your campaign for 2021. Okay. Can I get a yes from everyone? Can I get a commitment, 100% commitment from everyone? Write 100% if you are 100% committed. And I can promise you one thing, guys, you have been part of this particular workshop. Anytime, if you're facing any issue, you reach out to me on WhatsApp. Today morning, I have also shared WhatsApp with all of you. You note down that number, reach out to me anytime. I am willing to help you out. Okay. Let's shift to the next section, which is basically, let me tell you about myself first, because before I talk about Profit Masters, it's necessary for you to understand who I am, since we have been interacting for past 3 years. So education wise, I'm a physics honors grad from Banaras Hindu University. Then I have done MCA from Delhi University. Then I am done MBA from ICFAI Bangalore. Okay, I have nearly 15 years of experience in strategy, sales, and marketing. I have worked with companies. Last stint was I was national manager for Samsung brand shop channel. So I used to take care of sales, marketing, new channel development. You can say each and everything from that channel. Before that, I was working with KPMG in capacity of lead for European markets. Before that, I was a consulting project lead with Infinity UK. Before that, I was just a guy like any other person. I was that particular time there was a fad. I was working as a tech support engineer with vCustomer. Okay, that was prior to my MBA. And I own a 360-degree strategic marketing company called Marketovita. Any of you would like to check, you can do that. I do strategy consulting business with large corporates. I also run an e-commerce store currently covering more than 20 countries, not Indian continent. So sorry about that. And this is what some of the large clients have to say about me. Okay, let's move forward, basically. And these are the type of companies I work with currently. Okay. Okay. So the basic idea is those 5 steps which I have given you, they will help you focus on the core of your business, which is business planning, business processes, your customer leads, sales, and traffic, and most importantly, you. Like, for example, this morning, Farhan came to understand that there is a disconnect. There is a disconnect between him and his business. Okay. So that is you. So what I have done, I have created this Profit Masters community, which takes care of three biggest challenge which are there in your business. The very first challenge is your ignorance. Second challenge is ignorance means you don't know what to do. Inability means you know what to do, you don't know how to do it. Execution part. And third is inaction. You know how to do it. You know how you, what are the things you have to do it, but somehow you are not taking action in the right direction. So Profit Masters basically will help you overcome these three challenges. So ignorance, I will give you the right awareness. If you don't know something, you will learn about it. Inability, if you don't know how to execute, let me empower you, give you the right tools, right tactics, how to implement that. And inaction is very simple. If I support you, like for example, Arindam is there, Mandira is there, so many people are there who support their clients to take the action in the right direction, the clients will take action. That's how. For me, you are going to be my client. I need to support you with the right set of strategies, right set of tools. Okay. So that is what strategic consulting is all about. I am a strategic consultant guy. So what I have done, typically, if you go and you want to hire a strategic consultant, like for example, if you come to Marketo Vita and you want to hire me, my typical fees retainership is like 1 lakh rupees per month plus taxes, around $1,600 per month, because my most of the clients, they are in US, Australia, Europe. So I'll be talking in terms of dollars. Okay. So for Profit Masters, what I have done, I have created a coaching system like we are interacting now. This is part of our coaching. And I have created strategy courses. So those who are in Profit Masters, they get access to both these things. And why we are doing that? The idea is not for you to depend on what strategy I know. The idea is make you self-reliant and push you on the part of strategic thinking. If you start thinking in that particular line, you will keep on getting better over the time period. So what I have done in Profit Masters, I'm going to give you practical concepts, things that we discussed. If you are able to relate with the kind of things that we have discussed today, cost-effective execution, I will tell you how to bring down your cost of execution of your business, and personal growth. Why? Because most of the time, what I have seen, so when I was working with Samsung, there were 47 branches, there were 47 branch managers, then there were 2 or 3 ASMs in every branch, which were focusing on my channel, brand shop. So this was the kind of network which I was handling. And what I witnessed, that majority of the people, when they say, okay, I'm not able to achieve the sales target, is basically there are something which are lacking in the system, lacking in the way they are executing it, maybe with their partners, maybe in the sales strategy. So your growth along with your business is very important, because say, for example, you have been able to get your business from 1 lakh per month to 10 lakh per month. But the kind of strategies now which are required to take your business from 10 lakh to 1 crore per month, they are very different. They are not the same strategies which will, the same strategies which brought you from 0 to 1 lakh per month. Okay. So your personal metamorphosis is equally important. Your business is growing, so you need to grow along with it. Okay. So how we can do that? So I have 5 courses for strategy concepts. First is business planning phase. So it's called Mega Profits Blueprint. So there are 3 days in which in the first phase, you get to learn about the building blocks of your business. You do competitive research, you do a goal creation exercise, you do some mindset training. Day 2 is a skill mapping. There is a distinct relationship between sales and profit. You get clarity on how you can create business processes. You create your first business plan on day 2. And in this particular business plan, you will learn how to create work-life balance. Have you ever created a business plan in which covers work-life balance? I can challenge you. No one does that, but this is what I was doing with Samsung in my business partner. We were having 2200, more than 2200 franchisee partners. We were doing that with them. And I am giving you the same template. I'm giving you the same thing that you can do with you yourself. Day 3, you learn how to calculate optimal marketing investment for you. Because if you go too broad, you are simply wasting your money. If you go too narrow, if you do not deploy the sufficient budgets, then whatever you are deploying, it's going to get waste as well. So you have to learn what is the optimal level for your business. Similarly, the concept of traffic and funnels, understanding how do you manage your customer pipeline, and finally creating a business plan which will be efficient for you for next 5 years. This is the first course. This is just a person in my community which has given me feedback on Trustpilot. So many of my people, they are into franchisee business, chain stores, and consultants themselves. Okay, so currently I'm working with her on a second project. Second course is Business Process Blueprint, where you learn what are business processes, what are type of business processes. You will learn examples from Samsung. I have given you a real example from Samsung, why we were having XYZ process and what were the implications across departments. And this is something which you have to understand, because once you grow, okay, you are not able to see the presentation. Once you grow, I'm so sorry guys, once you grow, your number of functions in your business, they are going to multiply. Okay, not multiply, basically add up. And you have to understand the difference between one business function and other business function, and what is the role of each business function. Otherwise, all these business functions are going to be in silos. Currently, you might be handling everything on your own, right? How many of you are working alone as of now? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 people are working alone. So what is happening? You are actually taking care of all these big business functions on your own. So it becomes more important for you, especially, to understand how these business functions are impacting your business. Okay, and how do you get resources for world-class processes and checklists? And there are 8 most useful processes, guys. I'm going to give you steps and access templates that are based on best practices which are adopted by not only corporates, but top ERP companies and process consultants. So if you cannot afford SAP or Oracle, who is stopping us from using the business processes that they have defined? Okay, the only catch is, how do we get hold of those business processes? This is the second thing. And just by implementing the right business processes, I was able to help one of my community members, Santosh, who is having more than 8 stores. He is into retail as well as e-com. He has relaunched second version of his business, a more profitable version of his business. Third program, which is Lead Generation Strategy Blueprint. So you need to learn about the strategies of lead generation, and you need to have advanced understanding of lead generation. Some of you already have that, right? You need to understand what is your customer buying cycle and sales cycle, along with mapping it with your sales funnel. I have given you funnel-based lead generation strategies, which means every stage of funnel, there are 3 stages of your funnel: tofu, mofu, bofu. What are the activities which you should do? What are the things you have to do on each vehicle? Like, for example, Facebook is one vehicle. If you're doing webinar, then it is another vehicle. What you have to do for each vehicle, it has been given for you. There is a strategy for lead qualification. I have given you that. I have given you blueprint of high performance sales funnel. If you are into e-commerce, you are into digital product, you are into physical store, or maybe you are into services business. Okay, so Mandira, your physical store gets covered over here. Arindam, your e-commerce, digital products, services business. So now what I have done, guys, I have created two funnels. One is for normal products, one is for high-end products. And it will give you, it has been defined, you simply have to implement it. Okay. Second program, which is focusing on customers and leads and sales and traffic, is Traffic Strategy Blueprint. which will teach you how to basically position your brand in front of responsive customers. So understand traffics and its components, how to segregate traffic from crowd, how do you build a limitless traffic machine, what are the strategies which are very much in for content marketing and content planning. You learn that. Why do you use social media platform? Specific platform has specific use, and going by the data, what are the things you must do over there? You learn that, and strategically choose your plan for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. There is a misconception among you guys that LinkedIn is very good for B2B only. I am doing so many B2C campaigns leveraging LinkedIn because my customer is there on LinkedIn. If you have to target top executives, what is a better platform than LinkedIn? Okay. And you also learn how to create your social media strategy. Okay. This is one girl, Ara, who is coming from a very traditional Marwadi family. And I helped her create her website, create e-commerce store for her. And this is what she says on Trustpilot. And then finally, gem of my courses, Personal Strategy Blueprint. Basically, it will help you create personal strategy at any stage of your life. So those of you who are struggling in understanding value between yourself and your business, there is nothing better than this. You understand your personal drivers, your action areas, and then you understand the 8-step process, how it can help you create your personal strategy. This is the same process which I implemented once I left Samsung and I had to start my work. Why? Because I had to define what kind of person I wanted to become. I was an overweight guy. I was 92 kgs or 82 kgs. I don't remember now. It's a long back. I was overweight, guys, and now I am 64 kgs. This is part of your personal strategy. And remember, personal strategy is something very personal, nothing to do with business. However, it has a very strong correlation with how you are going to run your business. Why? Because your business values, your inspiration is what is getting translated in your business. So if you're not clear about what you want from your life, your business can never deliver it, right? And you are simply going to be one of the employees stuck in a company where you don't want to work. You don't want that situation with your business because this is your bread and butter. So you discover what actually inspires and motivates you. You create your personal vision and mission statement. And I have given you step-by-step creation your plan with real life examples. Those people who have worked with me, those people who have created their own plan, that is what I'm giving you. And you create smart personal goals. How many of you have created smart goals for yourself and your business? I don't know how many of you have created smart goals for yourself. But in your business, if you're using this particular framework, you know it brings a lot of objectivity and logic to whatever goals you are creating. And you need objectivity and logic in your personal strategy as well, guys. Okay. These are the 5 programs that I am having. Apart from that, there is a weekly coaching kind of a thing which is happening, which I call the weekly profit inner circle, in which there is a live coaching, there is access to video recordings of the session. We discuss, the community basically assembles and we discuss business cases. We talk about some strategic things which are happening. We sometimes talk about mindset training. We do weekly challenges. We have live Q&A sessions. We have hot seat sessions. And one of my very engaging community member, she has just rolled out her cloud kitchen. I helped her achieve this particular task. This is what she has to say.
Hi, my name is Amrita Kamath, and I'm here to talk about how Mayank Bhargava.
I don't know if you are able to see the video or not. No. Okay, never mind. So basically, this is what I call a silver platter. Okay, 5 strategy courses, weekly profit inner circle sessions, live video recordings. And this is going to help you focus on your business planning, business process, your customer lead, sales, traffic, everything, and you, most important person of your business, you. Okay. And the membership fees for this particular package is $199 per year, which is roughly, I think, around 14,000 rupees if we take 70 rupees per dollar. Okay. But what I am going to do, guys, I'm going to write off this membership fees. It's not going to be per year fees. It's going to be a lifetime membership, which I'm offering. Okay. So how many of you are comfortable with this price? One, two, three. Okay. And what about this? If I add, I typically charge $150 per hour from my US clients for consulting sessions. So I'll give you 1 hour one-to-one clarity session free of cost along with this. So should I increase the price? Okay. Okay. So now on the package, we have 5 strategy packages, courses, one-to-one consulting, 1 hour, your weekly coaching, your live video recordings. Like, it's an overall package, guys. It's an investment which you are going to make in yourself, right? And I'm going to knock off the price. You don't have to pay $199 for a lifetime membership. You simply have to pay $97. $97, which will come out to be, I think, less than 20 rupees per day if you are talking about 1 year. But this is a lifetime membership, which means if you consider 2 years, you are talking about 10 rupees. If you're talking about 3 years, we are talking about 5 rupees per day. This is the investment which you have to make in yourself. And I don't think anyone can say that, okay, I cannot make an investment of 5 rupees or 10 rupees or 20 rupees per day in myself. You drink tea, coffee of more than that amount. You waste money on smoking. I don't want to offend anyone, but if you are a smoker, you smoke cigarettes more than that amount per day. Okay. So how do you get membership access? It's a very simple process. You pay the registration fees and immediately the access is given to you. I will share with you guys the links which you can use to make the payment. Farhan, so $97 around, if we consider, it's going to be, no, it's first thing is it's inclusive of all taxes. So I give you GST and invoice. And if you go for it, then it will be around 7,000 or 7,100 rupees. Between that, depending on dollar value. No, you don't have to pay in dollars. You don't have to pay in dollars. No conversion fees. No conversion fees. No, and I don't charge any convenience fees as well. So guys, if any one of you wants to go for it, you already have the link. But those of you who are interested in basically getting a one-to-one session with me, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share you a link. Okay. This is a Calendly link where you can go and you can schedule your one-to-one appointment with me. This is free of charge. There is no charge for this, guys. So in this, I will evaluate whatever plan you have created for yourself. You can connect with me. I can, if you're comfortable, you can show me your files. If you're not comfortable, it's up to you. But this is what I had to offer, guys. And this is what is currently happening in Profit Masters. We meet every Friday from 7 to 8. Okay. Yes, let me see. Okay, Farhan, let me see if I can share that video.
Hi, my name is Amrita. I'm here to talk about how Mayank Bhargava helps me. I didn't put any barriers or limitations to what I could expect from Mayank, and that is exactly what has happened. He helps me with no limits and barriers. The amount of help that you get from him is unimaginable. Any time of the day or night when I'm stuck with a problem, I send him a WhatsApp message and back comes the reply, even if it may mean, I'm busy right now, but I will connect with you, Amrita. In some time, as soon as he gets free, he responds back. So he is accessible. And if you ever face a problem, and it's a big problem, what he does is he puts you on the hot seat and he opens up your problem to his entire community. So it's not just him and you brainstorming alone, it's an entire community of entrepreneurs trying to solve your problem. Look at the amount of support that we get. And it's absolutely unbelievable how he changes you from the inside, how he makes you look at life differently, like an entrepreneur. So Mayank, for me, you're not just a coach, you're a coach and a mentor. Thank you so much for being there.
Okay, guys. So basically that is all that I had in my kitty. So if any one of you have any question regarding your business, regarding Profit Masters, how you can join, what you will get, you're welcome to ask. I don't make hard sales. So if you are willing to join the Profit Masters, you are welcome. I would like to be part of your success journey. If you are not, if you want to go for a one-to-one consulting session, you are very much welcome. Thank you so much. Any question, guys? Any questions? Anyone? Any question? It's okay. Okay, Mandira, I had since this particular thing is going to get recorded, so I can't say actually how much turnover I was handling with Samsung, but I'll tell you, it was upward of 2,500 crores per year. I can't give you the right precise number. So sorry, I can't do that. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Any other question? Sure, Mandira. So I can help you. I can help you. Please schedule the one-to-one session and I'll see you there. Any other person? Any other question? Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I sincerely appreciate your participation. Thank you so much. I believe you had a learning experience. I just want to say, please create your business plan. Make sure you action it as well. In case you are having any problem, please reach out to me. Thank you.